Ever stop and think about how the world really works? You know, the engine humming underneath everything? Well, it all boils down to a few key economic ideas, and we're going to unpack them all right here, right now.
It really all starts with this one simple truth. We're all human, right? We want things. Good food, a roof over our heads, maybe a cool phone or a trip somewhere amazing. The problem is, there's just not enough to go around for everyone to have everything they want. And that core problem, that conflict, has a name: scarcity. I mean, think about it. If there was an infinite supply of pizza, we wouldn't even need economics. But there isn't, so we have to choose pepperoni or extra cheese. And more importantly, who gets that last delicious slice?
All right, so let's start there. Let's dig into that first big idea, scarcity. Because you can't have everything. Every single choice you make means you're not doing something else. That's what economists call opportunity cost. It's the value of what you just gave up. Right now, by watching this, your opportunity cost is, well, maybe watching hilarious cat videos. So, is it worth it? I think so. Let's keep going. So, okay, scarcity is a thing. How do we deal with it as a society? We create markets. Now, this isn't just a building with a sign. A market is anywhere buyers and sellers get together to do business, whether it's a farmer's market or an app on your phone.
And what's really cool is that these markets are basically a big tug-of-war between two powerful forces. You've got supply, that's how much of something is out there, and you've got demand, that's how much everyone wants it. It's a constant dance. When prices are low, demand usually goes up. When prices are high, sellers are more willing to produce more stuff.
And somewhere in the middle of that tug-of-war, they meet. That sweet spot is the equilibrium price. It's that perfect point where every single person who wants to buy something can find someone who wants to sell it. The famous economist Adam Smith called this the invisible hand. But it's not some kind of magic. It's just the result of millions of us making our own choices, which somehow organizes the whole system.
Okay, so as our societies get bigger and more complicated, just trading stuff directly doesn't really cut it. We need better tools to make it all work smoothly. And that's where money and the whole idea of production enter the picture.
Seriously, can you imagine trying to barter a goat for Wi-Fi? It'd be a mess. That's why money is so brilliant. It's like the oil in the economic engine. And here's the crazy part. It doesn't matter if it's a seashell, a dollar bill, or just a number in your banking app. As long as we all believe it has value, it works.
And what about all the stuff we buy with that money? Well, everything, and I mean everything, gets made from three basic ingredients. You've got land, which is all the natural resources. You've got labor, which is the people doing the work. And you've got capital, which is the tools, the factories, the computers we use to make things. That's it. Every product you own is just a mix of those three things.
Okay, so we've got this huge, complex system running. How in the world do we even know if it's doing well? How do we keep score?
Well, the main scorecard we use is called GDP, or Gross Domestic Product. It's basically the price tag of every single finished thing, every car, every coffee, every haircut a country produces in a year. It's a huge number that gives us a snapshot of the economy's health. But here's the thing. An economy doesn't just grow in a nice, neat, straight line. Nope. It's more like a roller coaster. It goes through booms where everything's growing, and then busts, or recessions where things shrink. It's a natural cycle, a constant up and down. And during these cycles, you'll hear a lot about inflation. All that means is that prices are going up. A little bit of it is actually a good sign. It means the economy is humming along. But when too much money starts chasing the same amount of stuff, prices can skyrocket. Suddenly, your dollar just doesn't buy as much, and that avocado toast gets a whole lot pricier.
And you know, it's not just us who have to watch our spending. Governments do too. When they spend more money than they bring in through taxes, that's called a deficit. And when they keep doing that year after year, well, all those deficits pile up into the national debt.
Okay, so we've gone from your personal choices all the way up to the national economy. Now, let's zoom out one last time to the big picture, the global stage.
Because here's the thing. This whole scarcity and choice game happens between countries, too. It's why we have international trade. The idea is called comparative advantage. It's like, even if you're the best cook and the best dishwasher in your house, it makes more sense for you to focus on cooking while someone else does the dishes. Countries do the same thing. They specialize in what they're most efficient at, and we all get more stuff cheaper.
And how countries decide to organize themselves to deal with all this, well, that's where you get different economic systems. They're all just different answers to three basic questions. What should we make? How do we make it? And who gets the stuff when it's done?
On one side, you have capitalism, which is all about private ownership and competition. It's amazing for innovation, but can create big gaps between rich and poor. On the other, you have socialism, which focuses more on collective ownership and equality, but sometimes that can slow things down.
But in the real world, no country is 100% one or the other. They're all mixed economies. I mean, think about the US. It's a powerhouse of capitalism, right? But it also has public schools, government regulations, social safety nets. It's all about finding a balance, trying to get the best of both worlds. And that brings us right back to where we started. Every system, every choice is a trade-off. There are no perfect answers. From you deciding what to buy at the store to entire nations setting their policies, it all comes back to that first rule. You can't have everything. So the real question isn't if we have to choose, it's what are we willing to give up to get the world we want.